Greetings. It's time for Strat-O-Matic, 1969 baseball. We have this game starting at 5 o'clock. It's the Washington Senators at the California Angels, the third of a three-game series. We have a 7 p.m. game that is scheduled. If I'm up to it, I will play it. We have two right-handers for the Senators, Joe Coleman, and for the Angels, Andy Messersmith, both right-handers. In the first game, the Angels won it 1-0. In the second game, the Angels won it 6-3. Coleman has 13 wins, Messersmith with 12 wins. The Senators are in third place. They are 2.5 behind the second place Tigers. Angels are in third place. They're way behind the second place A's, about 8.5 games. Both in third place. Our second game is San Diego at Chicago Cubs. Of course, that would have been a day game in real world before they had lights, but we're doing it anyway. At least it's scheduled for 7, if I'm up to it. And in just about a minute, the Angels will take the field. We're at the Big A. Just about a minute. And that's the tweet. There it is. It's up and it's good. And the Angels take the field. Messersmith on the mound. Catching him is Tom Egan. And leading it off for the Senators, Del Unser. Left-handed hitter. Messersmith is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Unser. 5-5, and it's hit deep by Unser, way back. Oh, he's a W, so it's a base hit, cut off. I'll try to avoid that in the future. So Unser singles off of Messersmith. Unser on first to start it off. Lee May, the batter. Messersmith from the stretch, and the pitch to May. 5-8, flies to center. John Stone, one down. Here's Frank Howard. Big Frank Howard comes into this game with 38 home runs. He leads the American League. As well as all of baseball. And Kathy Harden has arrived. Kathy, how are you? We missed you this morning. You were very missed. We were all wondering how you are. Okay, Messersmith is ready from the stretch. With Unser on first, one out. Here's the pitch to Howard. 5-6. A fly ball to left field. And Reichert is there. He makes the catch. It's 2 down. And here's Mike Epstein. The pitch from Messersmith. 3-2. He's hit by the pitch. Epstein did not like that at all. First and second, 2 outs for Bernie Allen. And the pitch to Bernie Allen. And that's a line drive to second base, caught by Alomar on the side, is retired. No runs, a single, a hit by pitch, both left. And after a half, it's Washington 0, California coming to bat. Well, the Senators take the field. And leading it off for the Angels is Sandy Alomar. Coleman is ready. Here's the wind-up, the pitch to Alomar. 5-4 catcher X. French is a 3. 7-3. And it's a dribbler right in front of home plate, but it's bobbled by French. So Alomar reaches on an error by Jim French, the catcher. Alomar being held. He'll be 1-13. And here's Jim Spencer. Jim Spencer at the plate. He bats left-handed. Okay, Coleman. The pitch to Spencer. 1-9. And that's hit deep to center. That's going to drop in. Extra bases. Spencer goes to third with the triple. Alomar scores. It's unearned. A triple by Jim Spencer on a 1-9. Triple 1-8. 8 it was. Whoops. There we go. Okay, the batter is Rick Reichert. Spencer on third. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the first. I try to go easy on the medicine in this game. Save some heads for the 7 game if we have it. 7 p.m. Eastern U.S. Reichert at the plate. Coleman. 5-5. He struck him out. Now Jim Fregosi. Okay, Coleman, the pitch to Fregosi. 4-8, pops it to second. Bernie Allen makes the catch, it's 2 away. And here's Jay Johnstone. From the stretch, Coleman. And the pitch 3-6, and it's a base hit, and in comes Spencer with the second run of the inning. It's also unearned. 2-0 Angels here in the bottom of the first. A clutch single by Johnstone, and here's Bill Voss. The pitch to Voss. 2-6. And that is another base hit. That one's up the middle. Johnstone rounds second, goes to third. It's first and third, 2 out. Coleman in trouble here in the first. Now Aurelio Rodriguez. The pitch from Coleman. 5-10. Fly ball left field. Howard makes the catch, and the side is retired. 2 runs, both unearned. On an error, a triple, 2 singles, 2 left. And after 1, 2-0 California. Andy Messersmith will face Hank Allen to start off the top of the second here. (1-7). He grounds it to short. That's for Fregosi. Throws it over to Spencer for the first out. Here's Tim Cullen. He's at shortstop today for Eddie Brinkman, giving him a night off. Here's the pitch to Cullen. 6-8, fly ball right. And Bill Voss holds it down. That's 2 outs here in the top of the second. And Jim French, the catcher, with 2 outs, no one on. (6-9), struck him out. And the side is retired. 1-2-3 by Messersmith. He got his first strikeout in the middle of the second. 2-0 California. And we move to the bottom of the second. Joe Coleman now. Had a rough going in the first. 2 unearned came in, including a triple by Spencer. A single by Johnstone brought home Spencer. Alomar had reached on an error by French on a dribbler right in front of home plate, and he just couldn't get the handle. It's going to be Tom Egan leading it off, the catcher for California. 4-5, struck him out. That's the second for Coleman tonight. Now Andy Messersmith, the pitcher. He is a 2WR. (5-3). Grounds it to first X. That's Epstein of 4. And he boots it for an error. Second error for the Senators tonight. Epstein booted that. So Messersmith is on with 1 out. And Sandy Alomar, who reached on an error, comes to the plate. Alomar switch hitter, batting left against Coleman now. First, Messersmith on first, 1 down. 2-10, pops it up to second base. Bernie Allen catches it. It's 2 outs. And here's Jim Spencer. Messersmith on first, 2 outs. And it's a fly ball to right, hit by Spencer. Lee May makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, the error, 1 left. After 2, it's 2-0. We're at the Big A tonight. And Messersmith takes the mound. He'll face Coleman to start it off. Joe Coleman, the pitcher. 2-0 Angels, top of the 3rd. It's our first game of August 3, 1969. Updated standings and individual stats are on the community board. Here's Messersmith, the pitch to Coleman. 6-4. Grounds it to short X. That's for Fregosi, a 2. 6-2. He throws him out. 1 away. Now Del Unser. Unser singled, left on base in the first. Messersmith into his windup. The pitch to Unser. 2-4. It's hit deep by Unser. And it's gone. Unser with a home run. Del Unser with a solo home run for the Senators here in the top of the 3rd. That makes it a 2-1 ball game. Boy, did he get a hold of that, and that went out so quickly. 2-1 now. And here's Lee May with 1 out, nobody on. Messersmith winds. The pitch to May, 4-8. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Andy Messersmith. 2 down. And here's the big man, Frank Howard. Thank you, Chris Boyles. Thank you. It's always very gratifying to get feedback like that. And we do welcome your live chat comments here on SBN, the Strat-O-Matic Network. It's 2 outs, nobody on, top of the third. Unser hit a solo home run with 1 out. It's 2-1 now. And the big man is at the plate, Frank Howard. And Messersmith, the pitch. 110, a fly ball to left field. And Reichert makes the catch. The side is retired, but there was 1 run on 1 hit. It was, like you know, the home run by the big man. I'm sorry, by Unser. What am I saying? And in the middle of the third, it's 2-1. Angels over the Senators. I like to announce this usually so that a listener could get the game. So sort of a radio version, but maybe not quite that much. I might lapse occasionally. Joe Coleman now on the mound. He'll face Reichert to start it off. He struck out in the first inning. And here we go. Joe Coleman, the pitch to Reichert. 6-6, struck him out. That's number 3 for Coleman, and he's gotten Reichert twice tonight. Jim Fregosi is the batter. Popped to second. Excellent. Excellent, Chris Boyles. Beautiful. That must be fun. To play some fantasy baseball with your class. Even the girls get into it, I imagine. Right? Even the girls. I'm trying to look at a... there it is. Oops. God. Yeah. Okay, great. That's great to hear, Chris. Jim Fregosi, the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Coleman, and the pitch to Fregosi, 5-9, and that's hit deep by Fregosi. Going back is May. It's gone. Jim Fregosi with the home run. And we go back to a 2-run lead for the California Angels. That negates Unser's home run, if you want to look at it that way. Jim Fregosi. The crowd is very, very happy. So it's 3-1 now. And the batter is Jay Johnstone. Johnstone singled, knocked in an unearned run. Thank you, sir, Chris Boyles. Here's Coleman and the pitch to Johnstone. 4-9, walked him. So John Stone draws a base on balls with 1 out, and Bill Voss is the batter. Left-handed hitter. Coleman from the stretch, and the pitch to Voss. 3-2. He grounds it to short, and that is a double play. And the side is retired. Some of you may wonder, what do I do about that injury? Plus injury. The answer is nothing. There was 1 run, by the way, on the home run by Fregosi. It's 3-1 after 3. The injuries are built into my replay because I follow the exact lineups unless the player is not on the roster, which happens rarely, but occasionally. The injuries are built into the schedule. For example, Stargell has not played for a few games. I remember bench was out, and then I listened to a game for the same date that I was playing a radio broadcast of the real world game. Found out he was at military reserve duty. Well, it's the top of the 4th, 3-1 California, and Mike Epstein will lead it off. He was hit by a pitch by Messersmith, and Epstein was not happy about it at all. We have a 7 p.m. game tonight, by the way. 7 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. It'll be San Diego at Chicago. I know it would have been a day game no matter what, but in real world. But this is Strat-O-Matic. It's a fantasy. So Epstein at the plate, left-handed hitter, and the pitch from Messersmith, and he flies it to center field, and John Stone is right there to make the catch, 1 away. And here's Bernie Allen now. Messersmith gets the sign from Egan. He's ready, and here's the pitch to Bernie Allen. 4-10, fly ball center. John Stone, he's a 3. 2-3, and that drops in. It's going to be extra bases. Allen, stand-up double. John Stone could not get to that. So Bernie Allen on second with 1 out, and Hank Allen 0 for 1. The pitch from Messersmith. 6-6. Lines it to third. A nice catch by Rodriguez. 2 away. And Tim Cullen is the batter. Messersmith trying to get out of this. Cullen trying to make something happen. Here's the pitch. 6-7. Grounds it to second X. That'll be for Alomar at 3. 12-3 throws him out, and the side is retired. No runs. The double by Bernie Allen, he was left on base, and in the middle of the 4th, it's 3-1. Angels, they won the first 2 games. 1-0 in the first game. Rudy May got the win, and then they won 6-3. As you can see, McLaughlin came in. That was, he got the save, but he's not really needed tonight. Got plenty of folks who are well rested and in the bullpen, and they're ready to come up at a moment's notice if need be for Messersmith. far as the Senators go, they also have folks that can come in if Coleman needs to be removed. Here's Rodriguez to lead off the bottom of the fourth. Coleman. The pitch to Rodriguez for 9. And there's a base hit up the middle for Rodriguez, a leadoff single. Unser throws it in, and Egan comes up. He's the catcher. The pitch from Coleman. 2-10. Grounds it back to Coleman to second. Over to first, double play. That was a pretty play turned by Coleman. And it's 2 outs with nobody on right now. Very pretty play. Quick and clean. Okay, here's Andy Messersmith. Reached on an error by Epstein in the second. It's 2 outs, nobody on. Coleman and the pitch to Messersmith. 110, he struck him out. Number 4 for Coleman tonight. And we're heading to the top of the 5th. It's 3-1 California. It'll be French. Coleman will hit. And then we go back to the order Unser. Different game to our younger enthusiasts. Different game back in '69. So Messersmith now on the mound. He's allowed 1 run in 4 innings. It was a home run by Unser. French leads it off. The pitch from Messersmith. 2-3, lines it to second, caught by Alomar. That's the first out of the top of the 5th for Washington. And here comes Coleman now. 1 WR. "2-7, struck him out. That's the 3rd for Andy. Now Del Unser, 2 for 2 today. Singled, left on base, then homer. A solo shot for the Senators' only run today. Grounds it to short. X. Fregosi, he's at 2. 11-2, throws him out. 1-2-3 for Messersmith. In the top of the 5th, it's still 3-1 Angels. We hope you're enjoying this broadcast of the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We're doing a Strat-O-Matic 1969 baseball replay. That's all we're doing. This will take us to the early part of the year 2024 to finish at the pace we're going. Maybe sooner. Yeah, no, about that. About March or April, give or take, depends. If we play 2 games a day, we will in 1 year. If not, it could be a year and a half. But we're not in a race here. We are enjoying the process, as important and valuable and enjoyable as the outcome, including the postseason, playoffs, and World Series. It's the process. What's the use of it if you don't enjoy and appreciate the season, game by game? That's what we're doing. Okay, Coleman now will start his 5th inning. He's allowed 1 earned run, 2 unearned came in. Did let up a triple in the 1st and the home run. in the third. It's going to be Alomar leading it off. The pitch from Coleman, and he struck him out. That's number 5 for Joe Coleman tonight. Coleman has been effective at times, but at other times, not so much. Jim Spencer, the batter, he's a left-handed hitter. Tripled and scored. Flew to right. Here's Coleman. 1-9. And that's hit well to center. Going for the diving by Johnson. Oh, I'm so sorry. Unser, and it's a beautiful catch. 2 outs. Hey. Oh, that was hit well by Spencer. And Unser was on the run, and he caught up with it and had to dive for it. So it's 2 outs, nobody on, and Rick Reichert is the batter. Reichert has struck out twice tonight. It's 2 outs, nobody on. Coleman into his windup. Here's the pitch to Reichert. Six-eight. And that's a double for Reichert. A 2-out double. That's a nice piece of hitting. 6-8. Double 1 to 7-5 it is. So Reichert with a stand-up double and 2 outs, and Jim Fregosi, the batter, he hit the home run. Okay, Coleman from the stretch. 4-8. Walked him. So it's first and second for Johnstone. It seemed like Coleman did not want to give Fregosi anything good to hit. It's first and second with 2 away. Johnstone has singled and walked. Okay, Coleman, he's ready. Here's the pitch to Johnstone. 6-10, fly ball center field. It's a lazy, hazy fly ball. Unser is under it. He makes the catch, and Coleman gets out of it. No runs. The double, the walk, both left on after 5. It's 3-1, Angels. So the Senators staying in this ball game. Coleman been in a bit of trouble every inning, just a little bit sometimes, but he's keeping them in the game. Here's Messersmith to pitch to Washington in the top of the 6th. And Lee May will lead it off. He's 0 for 2. Left-handed hitter. Ted Williams, the skipper, likes to play May, Epstein, when he has the against right-handers in particular. Messersmith is ready. Here's the pitch to May. 5-9. Struck him out. Number 4 for Andy. And here's the big man. As I said, big man leads Major League Baseball with 38 home runs. He's first in the AL, Jackson with 35. McCovey has 36 in the National League, Stargell with 30. Okay, Messersmith facing Howard. He flew to left twice. Here's the pitch. That's 2-6, and he grounds it to short for Fregosi, and that's 2 down. And now Mike Epstein, hit by a pitch, flew to center. Also made an error, which was inconsequential in the second inning. Here's the pitch to Epstein. 1-3, fly ball center for Johnstone, and it's a 1-2-3 again for Messersmith, and he has retired 8 in order. We're 5.5 in, and it's still a 3-1 ball game. Coleman starting his 6th inning now. He's allowed, again, 3 runs total, 2 unearned, 1 earned, a triple to Spencer, a home run to Fregosi solo. Bill Voss leads it off. But for the most part, like I say, he's kept the Senators in this ball game. Here's the pitch to Voss. And Voss singles up the middle to open it up, thrown in by Unser. Second single by Voss tonight. Here's Rodriguez. From the stretch, Coleman. 6-4. Grounds it to short. This could be 2. Cullen, he's a 3. And he turns the double play. Nice play by Tim Cullen playing for Brinkman tonight. It's 2 outs. This is the second double play turned by Washington this game. 2 outs, no one on. And Tom Egan is the batter. He's 0 for 2, struck out, grounded into the first double play in this ball game. Here's Coleman now. The pitch to Egan. 3-5. Struck him out. Number 6 for Joe Coleman. And after 6, it's 3-1 still. We're heading to the top of the 7th. Andy Messersmith has allowed 1 run. He's allowed 3 hits in the entire game, but the solo home run by Unser. Otherwise, he allowed a base hit to Unser in the first, left on, a double to Bernie Allen left on base. No walks. He hit a batter. And leading it off is Bernie Allen, who is 1 for 2 with that double. Top of the 7th. Here's Messersmith. 1-8. Base hit to right for Bernie. His second hit of the ball game. A 1-8 single to right thrown in by Voss. Now Hank Allen. And the pitch from Andy. 2-7. Rounds it to short, and that will be a double play. Turned by Fregosi. Beautiful play. And it's 2 outs, nobody on for Tim Cullen. Okay, the pitch to Tim Cullen. 6-5. Grounds it to short. Cullen, I'm sorry, Fregosi. And he throws him out. And that's the side. So we're in the middle of the 7th inning stretch now. It's 3-1 Angels over the Senators. And I'll take a 3 to 5 minute break. More like 5. And when we come back, Coleman will be facing Andy Messersmith, the pitcher. Please consider staying with us here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. This game is still a good one. Senators trail by 2, and I expect Frank Howard to come up next inning or the ninth. Frank Howard and Epstein. Howard and Epstein. I'll be back. And by the way, if I find that I am able to finish this game, I may not wait till 7 o'clock. Hey, Kathy Harden, how are you there? I may just pick up the game maybe 15, 20 minutes later. And I'll let you all know exactly what time I will intend to start. You know, it would be cool if you were rich enough and you were eccentric enough, you could pay people to sit in your mansion in a designated, like a ballroom, and play your league for you, and you can just walk through, because you like card and dice, okay? And then you could also have statisticians. Okay, those people would be paid a lot of money. Then I would pay other statisticians to audit the stats by my primary statisticians, and so on. Anyway, we'll be back for the bottom of the 7th. Coleman's been in trouble a lot tonight, but I'm impressed he's been able to keep Ted Williams' Washington Senators in this ball game. I'll be back again 3 to 5. By the way, Kathy Harden, I only took 1 hit. I'm really controlling myself because I don't want to blow myself out with a game to follow. I'll be back. right, we're back. And I want to thank you for staying with us on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. I had some thoughts out there, and I thought I would share them with you. One of them is, well, I was not gonna share them. Unless someone wants to hear it, I will yield and get back to the game. I will tell you that I'm gonna do a micro when Frank comes up again. Okay, Messersmith leads it off, bottom of the seventh. Coleman. Here's his pitch to Messersmith. That's 1-6, and he struck him out. That's number 7 for Joe. Now Sandy Alomar, 0 for 3, reached on the error, and that's what started the problems for Joe Coleman and the Angels. And Spencer tripled, and John Stone singled Spencer home. And that's made all the difference in the ball game as far as I'm concerned. Alomar at the plate, switch hitter batting left. Here's Coleman, the windup. And the pitch to Alomar. 6-7, grounds it to second. X for Bernie Allen, a 3. 5-3. He throws him out, 2 away. In the bottom of the 7th for California, and here's Jim Spencer. The pitch from Coleman, 2-10. He pops it up to second. That's for Bernie Allen, and the side is retired. 1-2-3. The first 1-2-3 for Coleman. And we move to the top of the 8th. That's probably the end for Coleman. In fact, that is it for Joe Coleman. Coleman pitched 7. He can win this, and he can lose this. He could also get no decision. He allowed 7 hits. He walked 2, struck out 7, and allowed 1 earned run. 2 unearned came in off Coleman. Bob Humphreys will be the new pitcher for the Washington Senators. He is a right-hander. Bob Humphreys. Okay, Jim French will lead it off against Andy. Andy's allowed 1 run. It's that home run by Unser. French 0 for 2. In fact, the bottom 4 batters tonight are 0 for 10. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking up here. What is wrong with my mind? Actually, I'm right. Okay, Messersmith. Boy, has he pitched well. The pitch to French. That's 6-5. He grounds it to short for Fregosi at 2. And he boots it for a 2-base error. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. First error for the Angels. It's a Jim Fregosi boot job. A 2-base error by Fregosi. 6-5. Grounded it to short and errored it. And yes, there's going to be a hitter. For Joe Coleman. The new pitcher will be, as I said, Bob Humphreys. Ed Stroud is the hitter. He's a left-handed hitter, Ed Stroud. And he has speed. I would love to have someone run for French. He's a 1-9, but Casanova is the only other catcher on this roster. I just can't believe they would do that. And there's a reason Casanova didn't play today. I don't know the reason. And when I look at the real world roster, I see that he did not play at all. So we're not going to do it. And we try our best to simulate the real world. Here's Ed Stroud at the plate now. Left-handed hitter against Andy from the stretch. With French on second, no outs. The pitch to Ed, 2-7, and he walked him. So now Andy is in a jam. First and second, nobody out. And Del Unser is the batter, also a left-handed hitter. 2 for 3 tonight. Strap in, people. Messersmith, he can go 8. This is the inning for him on endurance. Pitch to Unser, 3-9. Grounds it to second for the force of Stroud. And French goes to third. So it's first and third, 1 out for Lee May. And the infield is back to end the inning with a double play, they hope. He's 0 for 3, Lee May. Struck out twice. It's Unser on first. Jim French on third, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Andy. 1-7. Grounds it to second for the double play. Oh, was that pretty. It was Alomar tossing it to Fregosi and then over to first at Spencer. The side is retired. Tough break. The big men will be up next inning, so there's still some seatbelt fastening to do in this ball game. And we now get to take a look at our new pitcher for the Senators, Bob Humphreys. The right-hander throws very hard. And Rick Reichert will lead it off. Struck out twice and doubled left on base. Okay, Humphreys is ready. And the pitch to Reichert. 1-11, grounds it to first. Epstein has it. He'll take it himself to the bag. There's 1 away. Now Jim Fregosi. .68, and that is a base hit. That was a 6. So, wait a minute. That's 1-5. I'm sorry. 6-8. 1-5. I'm sorry. A line drive to third, caught nicely by Hank Allen. 2 away. Gotta be careful. I say always look twice. So with 2 outs, no one on, it's Jay Johnstone. Left-handed hitter. Humphreys, the pitch to Johnstone. 1-6. And that is a base hit for Jay Johnstone, his second single of the ball game. He also walked. A 2-out single by Johnstone. He's on first for Bill Voss in the bottom of the 8th. If you're looking ahead, it's Howard, Epstein, and Bernie Allen for the Senators for their last chance in this ball game. Here's the pitch to Voss. 4-8. Base hit. Up the middle. Johnstone will go to second and hold. Thrown in quickly by Unser. Angels have first and second 2 down. Rodriguez has a chance to open this ball game up a bit. Humphreys trying to get out of it. 5-10. Grounder to short. Cullen, he's a 3. 13-3. And he boots it for an error. Oh my, lots of errors tonight. That'll load the bases. Johnstone could not come home on that. Third error for the Senators. We'll see if it's going to cost them. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and here's Tom Egan. Here's Humphreys now. And the pitch. That's 6-8. And that is a line out to third, caught by Hank Allen, and the side is retired. So Humphreys keeps the Senators in the ball game. No runs, 2 hits, the error, and 3 left on. That could be big. And here we go. Top of the 9th. Messersmith going for the complete game. Win. And he has pitched very good baseball. Just take a little nibble here. That's all. Real micro stuff. Okay, Frank Howard in the batter's box. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay, Messersmith is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Howard. 1-6. Oh, it's gone! Oh, Howard with a home run off of Messersmith. 1-6. Right-hander 1, and that's a frickin' 1. My Lord, what a ball game. Frank Howard with his 39th home run of the season. Puts the Senators within 1. My father used to always say they didn't need a home run. They needed a hit. But I used to always say, get it while you can. Jesus. Number 39 for Frank, and it just cleared the wall. My Lord. Did it ever. Number 39. Okay, there is action in the Angels bullpen, and if I'm not mistaken, that looks like Hoyt Wilhelm warming up. Yes, it is. The knuckler, the veteran, and I should say very veteran knuckler, had a good season. 10 saves, good ERA, and so forth. He's a right-handed knuckler, so he's warming if needed. And Mike Epstein is at the plate. Mike hit by a pitch, flew to center twice. Okay, Messersmith now. And the pitch to Epstein. 4-10. Fly ball center. Johnstone. He's the 3. And he makes the catch. So that's 1 away. Bernie Allen now, 2 for 3, doubled and singled. Messersmith winds, and the pitch to Bernie. 4-6, struck him out. That's number 5 for Andy Messersmith. 2 down, and it's all up to Hank Allen. Hank, a right-handed hitter, he has some power. On his own card, that is. Messersmith. The pitch to Allen. 2-6. And it's a base hit to left. So Allen keeps it alive. One more hit or walk, and Andy has reached fatigue. And it's all up to Tim Cullen now. Tim 0 for 3 tonight. Hank is the tying run on first base. Andy from the stretch, and the pitch to Cullen. 4-7, walked him. And that's it for Andy Messersmith. He has reached fatigue. And he gets a big hand from the hometown crowd. He couldn't quite finish it off. He pitched 8 2/3 innings. Whoops. Excuse me. He allowed 6 hits. He walked 2, hit a batter, struck out 5, and allowed 2 runs. 1 earned run. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. That's not correct. That is, yeah, that's an X. Yeah. I had made an error last time. Now, I don't know if Mr. Perota is here, but I believe Hoyt Wilhelm, because the tying and winning run, but even the tying, is on base, he can get the save. And yes, it's Hoyt Wilhelm for the Angels. And Egan will be challenged. He does not have a lot of experience with knucklers. And the batter is Jim French. French's 0 for 3 reached on an error, left on base. That was last inning. Wilhelm trying to save it. Cullen on first, Hank Allen on second. 2 outs. Senators down by 1. Here's the pitch to French. 2-6. Pops it up to first. This should end the ball game. Spencer makes the catch. The game is over. And quite a game it was. The Senators just ran short a bit at the end there. They had the solo home run by Howard to bring within 1, and they got 2 retired at first and second, 2 down, and then French popped to first for the final out of this ball game. The winning pitcher is Andy Messersmith. And he really pitched good ball. He threw 2 home run balls that accounted for all the runs. One by Unser, one by Howard. Wilhelm came in, retired French, and without Mr. Perota. Yes. Oh, Mr. Perota, I just saw it. Oh, you're so good. Wilhelm is designated with the save officially by Mr. Perota. I learn. Messersmith the win, and Messersmith the star of the game. Just a superlative performance. The loss goes to Coleman, who pitched decent, good ball too. Allowed 2 unearned runs. Humphreys came in, pitched the 8th. He got into trouble, loaded the bases with 2 outs, but got out of it. The final line, Angels 3 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. The Senators 2 runs, 6 hits, and 3 errors. And we hope you enjoyed this ball game. I sure did. Thank you, Mr. Perota. You're terrific. Thank you, Kathy Harden, Chris Spoils, and everyone else who's been here on the Strat-O-Matic network. I expect maybe 6:30 p.m. will be the start. Moved up from 7. That's always Eastern U.S. time. I expect at the bottom of this hour, we will begin with the San Diego Padres at the Chicago Cubs. I'll go for it as long as I can. It's my last hurrah for this night, this day of my life. Stay strong, and I'll catch you in about 20 minutes.